Hey sweet face, and welcome back to AllisonTV. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So guys, it is not too late. If you would like to know how I did this little St. Patrick's Day look along with the look that I did last week, they're gonna be linked down below. They are both very pretty rainbow looks. So I have been contemplating speaking on this topic. It's become one of those sensitive subjects, but I'm very old school and I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Like I said in my vlog, sometimes the unpopular opinions are the best opinions, in my opinion. So let's talk about these sneaky links. First of all, there's nothing sneaky about it. Honestly, the only way this is really a sneaky link is if you ain't telling none of your friends about it and he ain't telling none of his friends about it. But knowing how guys are when they get some, because a lot of them are like that, and let's just face it, if you got some good stuff, why is he gonna keep his mouth closed? Boys are dumb like that. They run and tell their friends about their good stuff, and then the whole time don't even know that that's one of the reasons they friend is in your DM. So most of the time, that's why your dude homeboy be all in your face or in your messages or in your DMs, because he can't keep his mouth closed. Some girls can be very trusting when it comes to their friends, but guys are worse. When they feel like they got a homeboy, ain't nothing like a homeboy. But it's just all about pride. When you getting some good pings, ladies, y'all too, you're just not gonna keep your mouth closed. Even I have seen pics of the eggplants of my friends who have tried to be in relationships with some guys and stuff, and I feel weird. Now, for somebody you just smashing somebody from the past, but when you show me your man stuff, I don't know. I would never do it. If I really didn't care about this person, or if this person was something in the past, this person would have to be something in the past. I'm not gonna show you a picture. I've never known, out of all of my friends and everything, I don't think I've ever had a sneaky, I've had a sneaky link. But we are in a relationship now, so we not gonna talk about it. But prime example, I've never known anybody to have a sneaky link and no one catch feelings. 90% of them end this way. Like, somebody's gonna catch feelings. You don't understand. When you're being sexual with someone, this is the same thing as kind of being like an adrenaline junkie, and that's what you're doing it for. Especially if you're a person who gets heartbroken a lot, or you just got out of a bad relationship, you like, you know what, F this and stuff, and you're just looking for a good time. That adrenaline and passion, y'all, as much as y'all don't want to believe it, but your body is a temple, and soul ties are real. That's why y'all start messing with some people and you wondering why, like, after you break it off or after they break it off or whatever, y'all go y'all separate ways. You can't stop thinking about this person. Sometimes you have flashes of, you know, times that you was with them. Like, when you come together with somebody and like are having sex with them like that, your energy becomes one, and whatever they're carrying around with them, they're giving to you. Whatever you carrying around with them, you're giving it to them. And it's just, sex is never just sex. It's gonna make you feel some type of way, and whether it's you catching feelings or you being insecure, or it's different things that we're gonna talk about throughout the video that can make you feel a certain type of way. And then don't let it be the guy who catches feelings. Like, girls are, most of us catch feelings, but when a guy catches feelings, especially if you a dope girl and you got a wop, they start getting a little bit controlling. They start just getting angry when they don't have your time at a certain, like if you're not making them priority, even if it is just to link up and do y'all's business, or you know, anything else, if they want to talk to you or something like that, like they get very angry, they get jealous, they don't want you talking to certain people, like, and it's never just all at once. It's like they try to ease into it. They try to ease and start to get like a little bit demanding, a little bit at a time. And the whole time you're kind of just like, what you doing? But at some point, 90% of sneaky links, like unless a guy, cause I'm not gonna lie, guys are thirsty. So sometimes they'll feel like, oh, I really don't like this girl, I really don't like, you know, they really don't want anything with you, but they just trying to get their rocks off. You basically just a tissue, so you really just being used. That's the only time somebody ain't telling their friends, when you their last option and they desperate. And you never, either somebody is making you a sneaky link because you're eye candy, because they want to hit that, because you're dope and they just want some of your energy, or they are desperate. And then that desperate energy starts making you crave them because you're getting that desperate energy. And then, okay, most of y'all are sneaky linking with people in relationships. First of all, this just means they not happy where they at, because if they were, they wouldn't be all up in your grill, or they don't appreciate what they have and they thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and they're looking for an outlet. And when you're looking for an outlet, it might be be like, okay, I'm in a relationship, it's not going good, we're going through a phase, I'm gonna go over here, dibble and dabble and stuff. Well, the more that you dibble and dabble, the worse things are gonna go over here, because like I said, energy is real. And so you will look for any type of reason to try kind of just get out of that situation, and you will fall more into, like, the grass always looks greener on the other side. So even if you're not doing it purposely, sometimes the Lord just be trying to teach you a lesson. Make an example. Because you better believe, like, if they got a girl at the house and she really a good girl and stuff like that, the Lord is going to open her eyes. She's going to find out, and karma is real. But yeah, it's really impossible to have a sneaky link and that just be it, because y'all are doing spontaneous stuff. You're doing things that you probably wouldn't even do in a relationship. You're testing out your, you know, sex skills, and, you know, doing it on top of cars and doing it in public and doing this and doing that. Like, it's the thrill of it. And I mean, that will make you attached to somebody more faster than anything. Just the fact that you are able to, it's like a drug, I promise you. So a sneaky link, just don't be sneaky in the way it's supposed to sneaky. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, there are women who feel like when they have a sneaky link, or when they're doing these things, when they have, you know, multiple sex partners, or just that one person that they get to experiment with, they feel powerful when they're able to pull out all their tricks and not really care about what their body looks like, because they're not trying to really be with you like that. They just wanna, you know, sauce up their skills. Having sex makes them feel just powerful, because let's be honest, the kitty is powerful. But what y'all don't understand is, like, okay, if you watch Euphoria, Kat, I love Kat. She puts on, we see her just kind of like transform into like this just powerful goddess, and everybody's happy for her and stuff like that, but all that did was make her insecurities even deeper. She even admitted like that was fake, like it's something she made up. And if you notice afterwards, all her insecurities were literally screaming at her, like she couldn't get away from it. Like, I mean, that's what you kind of have to look forward to when you're doing that, to make yourself feel powerful. It's like you're creating this alternate universe where you're just this powerful being, and I mean, nobody really knows, but then you come back to reality and realize that that really is fake, and that's nothing like your real life. That's not how you even want to be represented, and it doesn't make sense. And then let's just face it, do you want to be known as a slut the rest of your life? Because let's be real, double standard is real. As much as unfair it might not be and stuff like that, it is what it is. The country and the world still ran by men. Like, that's what it is. And when you do that, I mean, look at Cassie. Like, she wanted to be loved so much so that she was willing to do anything. She was okay with having sneaky links, so much so that she became known as a whore. And even though she was really, really sweet in the beginning, season 1, we're talking about season 1 Cassie. So even though she was like a really nice girl and stuff, like, even when she got in a relationship, the whole thing where I say like guys become controlling, like her boyfriend was just so uncomfortable with her. And I mean, when she was just in his face and was like, no, I don't know what you mean, no, I don't want to know what you mean, like, come on. Like, yeah, y'all relationship is beautiful, but what y'all don't understand is people have a life outside of their relationship, and outside of their relationship he is being laughed at. Like, and that does not feel good. Yeah, it can be you, us against the world or whatever, but just like outside of their relationship, she didn't feel good because she was being slut shamed. He didn't feel good because he's being laughed at. And who really wants to deal with that? Or may I remind you guys, Beck from You, when she got mad at Joe and she decided to like be upset with him, and she got that Tinder date that she had sex with. Even though Joe has done what he's done, everyone felt like Beck was a whore. Everyone. I mean, unless you're the person who does that whole Tinder swipe right, swipe left, and let's meet up and hook up, you have to admit, the outsiders that are looking at people who do that, you think those people are gross. Like, so you just get on this app and swipe to hook up. And like I said, this is not to judge anybody, this is not to make you feel bad, but this is the truth. Whether people want to admit it or not, when you look at people like that, you are like, oh my gosh, like, hey, if that's your life and that's how you like to live, do you. I'm not here to judge you. Like, it is what it is, so don't feel attacked. I'm just being honest about things that people probably wouldn't be honest about. And y'all know it's true, because I'm pretty sure if anybody else knows that you're doing that, especially excessively, like, okay, I don't do that, but I get like 1 time, 2 time, maybe 3. But if this is in your routine and this is basically how you socialize, honey, we need a hobby. Like, I don't know. 4 words you never want to hear a guy say. 4 words that will shut any woman up, that will end the argument, that will just 4 words. I still hit though. Y'all, this is why sneaky linking is not a good idea. Like, some of these guys out here are so corny. Like, you really, if you're not taking the time to get to know somebody, which y'all aren't, because this person is just a sneaky link, so you're not trying to get to know them, you're not really trying to conversate like that, you just want your piece and go. Like, when you give your kitty to a F-boy, it crushes the spirit. I've been around friends that this has happened to, where they're in an argument with somebody because a boy is being petty, or they're doing something to try to get under your skin because they feel good. They know that they done got to hit, and now they're basically just antagonizing you in public or around their friends to seem cool, or because they know you're in a relationship now, or you cut it off with them, especially if y'all have cut it off and they know that they're not gonna get a chance to hit again. Like, some dudes are just obnoxious, and they will poke and poke and poke at you just to say those 4 words to you in front of your friends, in front of his friends, so he can be like, see, I told you. Some dudes will do it just to be able to say like, see, I told you I wasn't lying. She know I did. Like, and I know that sneaky links are really popular for when you're young, but you have to understand, especially in high school, a lot of those guys are in their prime. Meaning that once high school is over, that's the end of all that. Do you really want to look in the future and realize that you've been smashing this guy? You were just giving your cookie up to this guy, and look into the future, or you know, 10 years later, and look at where they're at. Like, they've lost all their hair, they have a beard good, they didn't take care of themselves, because they wasn't taking care of themselves back then. They were in their prime, they weren't worried about nothing. So it's just like, y'all, I was a virgin all through high school, and I think that if I actually was having sex in high school, that, like, I could honestly say, and this is no offense to any of my classmates, the ones I'm cool with, y'all already know I wouldn't sleep with y'all because we cool, but that would really mess with my self-esteem now. Like, I'm not even joking. Y'all don't know how good it feels, like, to have your dignity and just be able to be like, ain't none of them hit me. Can't none of them say they ever hit me. Can't none of them say they touch me. Like, a boy's behavior and things that he does, women, y'all know, can get under your skin so bad. And when you're not taking the time to get to know them and stuff like this, and it all blows up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I gave my hoo-ha to this man. It just 100% messes with your pride. When you find out that you gave your kuka to an F-boy or a cornball, like, it messes you up. If you're messing with somebody in high school and then you never got to know them, and turn around, find out that now they're on, like, now they're predators, or they can't get a piece of booty to save their life, it messes with your self-esteem, man. Like, say what you want, but it feels good to have a low body count. Like, it feels good to have a body count that I can count on only one of my hands. Like, it feels so good. And not only for you, but guys like that too. The women that they want to wife up, they usually wife up the ones who they either don't know, or the ones who are the real thing, who don't have body counts that high. And you can say, listen, I had fun, da 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 da, but at the end of the day, when you get older, it's the reason why when somebody asks you your body count, you don't want to tell them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, no matter how much sex is glorified, no matter how much being slutty is glorified, it feels good to have a low body count. And to be honest, that's why a lot of girls lie about their body count. Like, I don't know many girls who are honest about their body count. I'm sorry. Girls that I have been friends with, because we're friends, if I ask them their body count, they curse me out. Like, we're only honest with each other about it, and we don't even tell each other. Like, girls don't even tell each other about their body counts. Like, but if a guy asks, you're gonna lie. Immediately, you're gonna lie. But it feels good to be able to, I've told people my body count before, and they just straight up won't believe me. They do not believe me. And that makes me feel good, because, yeah, act like you know. I can rap all those Nicki Minaj songs proudly. None of them ain't never hit this. Still at the top of all they hit lists. Ooh, tell me that don't make you feel good. Okay, all I'm saying is, listen, when you are just out here freely sneaky linking, and girls know this, even if it's just one time with one guy, all it takes is one wrong guy. And let's be honest, it's a lot of wrong guys. You're not meant to be with everybody. Every situation ain't gonna end on just the best note. So it's just like, especially if you're not taking the time to get to know somebody. So it's just like, all it takes is one guy, and for people to find out about it, because they will. And 9 times out of 10, they're either gonna tell their friends, man, I ain't gotta take this girl on no dates. I ain't gotta buy her nothing to eat. I ain't gotta pull up, I ain't gotta give her no money. And she giving me the kitty. And that is going to make different guys approach you differently. That when people know that you're a part of the sneaky link culture, they're going to approach you differently, because at the end of the day, they're like, I really ain't gotta work for it. And then when they approach you that way and you like, nah, this ain't what that is, then they get mad and want to cuss you out, and now you have to worry about your life being in danger Like when you go at the gas station and a dude asks you for your name and you don't want to be bothered, you're trying not to be creeped out and and they just get violent. Like a lot of dudes can't take rejection, especially when they're just trying to get a piece of meat. But even when it's not that extreme, all they're gonna do is throw in your face like, oh well, you gave my homeboy some, he gonna go and tell. Like, dudes are petty. They're petty, and then they gonna help spread this narrative even more that you're a whore, because now they mad. And let's not forget the guys out there who lie on their peen. Ain't never slept with you a day in their life, but they is not, like, FOMO is real. And they refuse to be left out, especially if they, like, a lot of these guys be low-key hating on their friends and wanting the girls that they friends get, and they not finna let them one up. So if you don't let them get, then I mean. So ladies, just get a sex toy. If it's that bad, pleasure yourself. Anybody who gets your wop and then you try to cut them off, or you try to wife them up or hubby them up and they're like, nah, I'm good. Like, what? That'll have you up all night thinking, man, like, dang, I gave this dude my hoo-ha and then cut it off with him and he was just like, all right. Who wanna feel like that? Because that's basically what you're saying when you have a sneaky link. That's basically what you're saying. Like, at any moment we can just, you can go about your business. If I'm messing with you, you can't go about your business. If I'm giving you my cookie, you can't go about your business. I'm sorry, you can't go about your business. You not gonna mess with my self-esteem like that. Like, for those hardcore, really, sneaky link culture is more for guys than girls. Like, unless you're like the cat in the alternate universe and just messing up your self-esteem and your insecurities. But like, sneaky link culture is really for the guys who are desperate. And so when you're with a dude who's just hitting, who wants to feel like, man, this dude is just on top of me because he's desperate? At this point, you're not even a security blanket, you're a security tissue. Just disposable. So just understand that you really messing up your pride, your dignity, and your peace when you really just give yourself to guys like that. So something very important that we also need to talk about when we talk about sneaky link culture is the dangers of it. Listen, men is nasty. I'm sorry, men are nasty. Like, you got some nasty women out here. I'm not gonna sit here and be biased. You have some nasty women out here. But when you have a man who is in the sneaky link culture and just that's all he wants, 9 times out of 10 you're not his only sneaky link, especially if he's in a relationship. And it's just like, they don't even tell you, like, a guy is not gonna tell you, look, I can't come over tonight because I slept with my girl earlier today. I can't come over tonight because I had sex with somebody else this morning. They're not gonna tell you that. Like, even if it's just to get some sloppy toppy, they not gonna tell you. And then most of y'all ain't even using protection, and you know these people are in relationships. Like, come on, like, you're asking, you're not going to be able to have sex with somebody unprotectedly who's in a relationship and not catch anything. Like, anything, and unless their relationship is that bad and they really aren't having sex with that person and you really are the only person they're having sex with, you're not gonna be able to just have sex with a sneaky link with no protection and just, I can't see that happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm not experienced enough, but a lot of women, like, you have to understand, a lot of stuff is undetectable. So just because you don't have symptoms don't mean you never caught something. And the longer y'all go without getting that stuff treated, I mean, something simple as a yeast infection can really mess you up if you just go untreated. So think about an STD. Like, who just wants something like that inside their body manifesting and growing and just, ugh. No thank you. I pray I never become single in this pool of dating that we have. So then, Another danger to this is if they are dating a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you need to understand the type of danger. Some of these people are in toxic relationships, like cheating on each other, or if I catch you cheating, I know what I'm gonna do if I catch my man cheating. So I would never be sleeping with a guy who has a girlfriend, because I know what I'm gonna do if I catch my man cheating. And let's be honest, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, girls are more sneaky when it comes to cheating than guys. Guys are just dumb. Y'all cheat so sloppily, like you just trying to hit her over the head with the evidence. Like a lot of guys just ain't good unless he just player. And even then, like, a lot of people can see through sweet talking and smooth talking, and a lot of women are just naive. But men cheat so obviously. So I guess what I'm getting at is, what you gonna do when she show up to y'all hotel room?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when she follow him to your house?
What you gonna do?
Cause some of y'all crazy enough to have y'all sneaky link in y'all house. What you gonna do when she come home early?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when she come to your job? Messing with the way you put food on the table.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I mean, you can't be mad cause you messing with her man. So like, even though the woman has no loyalty to you, even though the person that you're in a relationship with, they owe you more loyalty than the person they're cheating with, there are crazy people out here. There are crazy people who know, okay, I done cut onto this routine. He cheating on me. He gonna have her over here tonight. I'ma act like I'm going out with my girls. I'ma act like I picked up an extra shift, and I'ma wait it out. Yeah, and then there's people out here who mess with your car, who are like I said, come to your job, messing with the way that you provide for your family, messing with the way that you pay for your wigs. Y'all gotta understand, people is not just packing up their stuff and leaving these people in these relationships these days. They not just leaving peacefully. They want their time, their loyalty, the money they spent. They coming to get all that back in blood. They done introduce you to their family. They done introduce you to their kids. People be feeling away, and they gonna get even. They gonna, like I said, they gonna get it back in blood.
What you gonna do?
Man, they co-workers, they sitting up talking about you and how in love with you they is, and you done embarrassed them. And who like to feel embarrassed? No. They coming, like, they coming to get it back in blood. Somebody gonna have to pay. And then you have that populations of girls that, oh, you cheating on me? Okay, well, I'm gonna go cheat on you. And now all four of us, because the person that this person's cheating with and the person that this person's cheating with, we all cheating together. Especially, oh my gosh, if you have a boyfriend, that's one sexual partner. And then you have a sneaky link, that's another sexual partner. And then he has a girlfriend, that's more body fluids. Even if y'all ain't having sex directly, if you ain't using protection, all it takes is for one person in this pool to not use protection. But anyway, they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, and then that person finds out they cheat, and then they go cheat on them. That's 5 of y'all. That's 4 partners, including you. That's 5 of y'all. 5 of y'all are just, even if it's not sex together, like I said, all it takes is for one person to not use protection. All it takes is for one link up with y'all, and y'all ain't using protection. It mess it up for everybody. And you have women like that, like, oh, you cheating on me? I know I ain't gonna leave you, so I'm do what I wanna do. And nobody thinks to use protection. It's dangerous out here. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like I said, y'all don't have to literally have sex together, but when you're not communicating, because you're not trying to get to know this person, you're not asking them, oh, when last time you slept with such and such, you're not asking them, oh, like, they're not telling. And then like I said, guys aren't honest. They want the booty. So, like, to be honest, that's how a lot of women find out that they man cheating on them. When you go for your checkups and something thrown off, it ain't even gotta be a STD. If you keep getting BVs, y'all juices just not mixing like how they used to, that's how a lot of girls find out you cheating on me. So listen, just not having sneaky links with people, especially who are in relationships, you just avoid so much drama and just so many fights and so much, because honestly, okay, I'm the type of person, I'm like Young Miami said, I can't be your secret.
Can't be a side bitch because I don't know how to play my part. Like, I'm not gonna be like, don't call me on with her. Bitch, that's really gonna make me wanna call you. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Bitch, bring me some food. Bitch, I want Popeyes right by your house.
So if your girl find out, because you do have those women who go after the women, like I said, at this point it's a competition. Like, and I'm being honest, like, when you have that chaotic energy, and sometimes it's not even your chaotic energy, it's energy from her that he's giving to you, it's his energy, like there's just so much going on. And you can find yourself being like how you ain't never been. You can be like, you can know that he got a girlfriend, and it's so bad that y'all would know about each other, and you be like, it's okay, sweetie, it's my night, you can get them tomorrow, you're not messing up my D appointment. This is really how it is, y'all. That's how strong a soul tie can be. Not to mention karma. Like, when you are, people think, I don't know why, people think that you can only get karma if you sleep with a married man or sleep with a married woman. Like, oh, I draw the line, you're married. Like, not, I mean, I get it, because when you're married to somebody, you are literally like bonded between you, that person, and God. Like, it's no longer just their commitment to each other, it's their commitment with God. So I get it, but the principle of it, the boundaries of it, it's these are the same people who, oh, I won't have sex with a married man, but I'll have sex with a man who's in a relationship. The same people who get in relationships themselves and treat it as if they're married. Like, the karma is still real. I don't understand how people think that they won't get karma for sleeping with someone who's in a relationship, but they can get karma from sleeping with somebody who's married. Like, betrayal is betrayal. So the last danger that I really want to touch on is if you are having sex with your sneaky link. Of course, we've covered, like, if you're going to their house, understand that you're laying in that woman's nest, or even that guy. Like, this person comes, this is where they come home for comfort, and you're just bringing all type of energy. Just, it's just so wrong. But like I said, you risk them coming home early and it just being a lot of drama. Vice versa at your home. Like, you really don't want to bring a sneaky link type of energy into your home. But the main thing, especially that makes sneaky linking so fun, is the spontaneousness of having public sex, which is like having sex in your car, having sex in the park, da 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 da. Understand, you can go to jail, sir. Like, you can go to jail. You both can go to jail. That's embarrassing to have your photo taken, and all of your family, all of the people in your community know that. Like, and then you can put two and two together. Like, if I see you and I see him or her on the jail docket, same time, same day, for the same thing, yeah. And I didn't even know this, but some people, I don't know how true this is, but some people were even saying that, like, if you get caught having sex in public, I know you can face jail time and I know you can face a fine, but some people were even saying that, like, you could go have to register on a sex offender list or whatever. And all I'm saying is be careful. So the last thing that I want to touch on is, what if you become a single parent? Because I've never known, unless you are two individuals who literally have nothing going on, you don't have a relationship, he don't have a relationship, y'all really was just having fun, and you end up pregnant, then you can end up with like a little happy family. But like I said, most guys who don't have nothing going on, or, you know, like, are just desperate, they don't want to have a baby with you, sis. Like, you have some good men out here, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna put every man into a barrel, but when you have a guy who is participating in sneaky linking and he's truly not trying to pursue anything further with you, most of the time, like, it's hard for us as girls to even have guys who are just friends who don't try to sleep with us. So if you have a guy who's literally tapping that booty and he really don't want nothing further with you, he don't want a baby with you. Like, whether you like it or not, any type of relationship you have with anybody is only going to work through communication. Like family, friends, anything, like even sneaky leak. Y'all at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be on the same page. And in order to be on the same page, you're gonna have to communicate. So this is a conversation that you kind of need to have. Like, if we're not going to use protection, or if I'm not gonna take a plan B, if the plan B don't work, if the condom breaks, what are we going to do? Because no one has a baby on accident. Like, okay, the women who are on birth control and they end up getting pregnant, that's an accident. The condom breaking, that's an accident. But nobody who is willingly going to lay down and have raw sex gets pregnant by accident. And that's like 90% of how children are made in the world. Like, not everything is, oh, you know, I got pregnant on my birth control. Even some of the girls who claim that didn't go back and re-up on their birth control like they were supposed to. Like, you didn't get your shot on time, you're not taking your pills at the same time every day. Like, sometimes it's those cases, but there are women who genuinely, that's why they tell you abstinence is the best form of birth control. But there are some women who genuinely who do get pregnant on their birth control. So I'm not gonna single that out, but I mean, let's be honest, like, most of these babies out here are not on accident. So are you ready to raise a kid, honestly? And if you're participating in sneaky link activity, you are not ready to be a parent. You are not even ready for a relationship, like a real relationship. You're sitting here having a sneaky link with someone because you are running away from some type of trauma you experienced, whether it was, you know, an ex-boyfriend who ended up being an F-boy, and you're just like, fuck it, you know, like, I'm finna start doing these men how they do me, and da-da-da-da. Like, you done got your heart broken, stuff like that. Like, you're not ready for a child. You haven't even gotten yourself together. And to be honest, who wants to have to carry a whole nother life inside of them? A life that can feel everything that you're feeling while trying to heal. Like, you're already gonna have stuff. Like, life is stressful. Like, even if you just close yourself out from the world and try to have the most peaceful pregnancy that you can have, because your hormones are like raging and stuff, there's still gonna be little things, even if they're just little things, that stress you out. So imagine trying to heal, because as you carry this baby, you're gonna try to figure things out and stuff like that, and you're gonna try to figure out, like, get your stuff together. And what comes with trying to get your stuff together, you have to look at where you are right now and where we need to be. And sometimes, especially if you're sitting up and masking how you feel when you're having sex with a stranger to kind of cope with your real feelings, you're not ready. You have so much healing to do. You're not ready. And then even in that case, are you ready if this person looks you dead in your face and tell you that they want you to have an abortion? Are you ready to even think about that? Are you ready to put your body through that? Listen, I know people who have had abortions, and as much as people want to sit back and be like, oh, it's nothing, you know, I'm not having another kid, or I'm not having a kid right now, I'm not ready. Like, you do what's best for you, but that experience itself is traumatic. It's so traumatic, it never leaves you, and some people literally feel like it haunts them. So, and then understand that, okay, you choosing not to have this baby because you feel like this baby was a mistake, but what happens when you find the love of your life and y'all want to have a baby? And now you can't because you kind of done messed yourself up because you didn't have it. Because abortions can mess women up, especially the older you get. So then are you ready to think about adoption? Having to give away your child? Having to live your entire life knowing that you have a child out there somewhere? Or the anxiety and nerve-wrack feeling that your child at any moment could knock on your door because they've been searching for you? Like, I don't think anybody realizes the joy and the happiness that someone feels. I've never had a kid, but I know that I can't imagine someone just having a child and it just being easy to give them up. Like, people change their mind. Even people who go through an adoption agency and stuff, that's the #1 fear with people who are adopting children. They don't want that mother to kind of have any type of bond, anything with that child, because you can change your mind, because a child is a miracle. And once those motherly instincts like kick in and you're feeling like, you know, this is my child, this is something I have to protect, this is mine, it has my blood, are you ready for that? And then knowing that even if you do decide to keep this child and the dad isn't like involved, because you're not going to be able to, a lot of women do this, you have a sneaky link and then you get pregnant and then you want to talk about how trash the dad is, when y'all had an agreement that this was nothing further. Especially if that man asks you to get a divorce, abortion, and they say that they don't want anything to do with what's going on. You can't sit up and, it takes two to tango. You can't sit up and trash this man, because you, in a way, you agreeing to lay down and do this is you agreeing to, if I get pregnant, I'm gonna be a single parent. Like, you can't get mad at a man who don't, like, men do it all the time. They lay with people they don't want to have kids with. So, like I said, you have some good men who are like, nah, this is my blood, I'm gonna take care of it, I'm gonna be a man. But you have a lot out there who are just the opposite. And you can't be mad at it because you put yourself in that predicament. And then if you decide to keep this child and raise this child, you have that trauma on top of the trauma that you weren't like dealing with, that you were trying to, you know, mask with just having sex with strangers. You have that trauma. You have so much healing to do. It's gonna give you anxiety that you're passing that trauma on to your child. You could possibly, when you have been through something very traumatic and you haven't taken the time to heal, you very much can pass on that trauma to a child. Because like I said, the early stages of that child's life, when that child is in your stomach, they feel what you feel. And not only that, pregnancy itself is stressful, but it's like, imagine going throughout your entire pregnancy, going to these doctor's appointments alone. And the doctors, of course, are gonna maybe ask questions about the dad, or, you know, mention the dad or whatever. Like, it happens. Or what happens when you have that gender reveal and you're by yourself and you don't really wanna, you know, people record their gender reveals and stuff like that. It's weird having to post things about your child and you can't tag a dad, or the dad's not there, the dad's not involved. Having a baby shower by yourself, only having that child only having one side of its family participate in things like birthdays and all this different stuff. Like, giving this child, instead of giving this child the best that you could give it and trying, at least giving it a shot to raise a child in a healthy household with mom and dad. I get it, a lot of people aren't traditional or whatever. Not a lot of people, especially the ones who are sneaky linking, they're not wanting to raise a child in just a single parent environment. Not many people are willing to do that. So it's like, everybody wants to at least try by the time they have kids to have that fairy tale family life. And when you have to wake up every day and realize that as you're getting this child ready to go to school, or as you're doing this by yourself with this child, having to worry about this child, you know, getting sick and just dealing with everything by yourself, realizing that, dang, like, I really messed up. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all my single mamas out there, all my single dads. Like, y'all rock, because that is not easy. I have many friends who are single parents and it really gets to them. It can tear you down. So that's the only reason I'm saying, like, you guys gotta be careful. You gotta look out for you, because at the end of the day, like, a child is a lot, and you don't want to end up like these parents who wonder when their child gets older or gets grown, why don't my child want to have nothing to do with me? Why don't my child want to talk to me? Why don't my child come home? Because you didn't deal with your trauma before you had that child, and you passed on trauma to that child. So now that child don't want to be around you because that child wants to take the time away from you to heal. Now, I know I got deep, but I'm just telling you the truth. Even though, like I said, you're not really trying to get to know a sneaky link, you're not trying to really talk to a sneaky link like that, that needs to be a conversation. If you are gonna have sex with me without, you know, using a condom, then we need to have a conversation as to what's gonna happen if I get pregnant. And ladies, just understand that some decisions you make you can't come back from, and as easy as it sounds now, like, you don't want to put yourself in a bind to where when you are ready to have that type of happiness, or when you get to a certain age in life and you feel like there's something missing and you try to fill that void and you're unable to. Or if you're married to a really, really, really good guy and you want to give him a chance to let his name live, his last name live on and pass it down, and you can't. So I know this was deep, I know this was heavy. These are just things to think about. I know that having a sneaky link is fun and it's adrenaline rushing and it's all these different things that people don't really think about until they're in that old shit moment. But these are things to think about. Like, so those are all my tips that I have on this whole sneaky link culture. Like I said, sometimes the unpopular opinions are the best opinions, in my opinion. So if you have a friend that you feel like needs to hear this video, or if you yourself, I don't know, go in the comment section, tell your stories, and just give advice, good advice, and tag your friends and like my videos, because when you hit that like button, it really helps my channel to flourish, and it helps it be able to go through the algorithm so that it can reach more people. So help me out, and I will see you guys in the next video.